This is Muhammad Nadimuddin. I am vertical lead of PSF Skills Academy. So first of all, I'd like to welcome every one of you on behalf of PSF Skills Academy. As you know, PSF Skills Academy, PSF, it is like a group of professional, which is we are running so many activities like social activities and job and career guidance and skills development. It is one of our vertical of the PSF, and it is a non-commercial NGO. We run so many courses to upskill the professional. Also, we run courses for freshers and graduates to get to get them into the IT industry, and we run multiple job drives and all. So lot many activities with the PSF. So hope you all already aware about the PSF, what it does and what are the stuffs. So coming back to the courses, so PSF Skills Academy in last quarter, Q1, in Q1 2022, we completed 5 different courses: AWS Cloud Architect Associate, then digital marketing, then a job-oriented course in the networking. Then we completed like 2 more courses we completed with the PSF Skills Academy. And in this quarter, considering a huge demand towards the cloud, so we are making sure that in every quarter we will run one course for the AWS Cloud Architect Associate level course, which is nothing but a basic course, not a basic course is a practitioner course, but it is an associate level course of the AWS. So where anyone, any student, any graduates, any professional who want to upskill into the cloud, so they can join these courses, and they can understand what is the cloud, and they can get hands-on with the cloud. So that is one objective for running associate level course in every quarter. But this quarter in Q2, considering like we have 2 to 3 batches already pass out with the associates, so we lot of requirement coming for the DevOps. So we are going to launch a DevOps course as well in this in this quarter. So we have a wonderful faculty who is a real-time expert. Like faculty is not like just a trainer. He is a working professional, and he's going to like, because see, taking a training from only a trainer, that's a different story. But taking a training from a working professional, it's a different story, because working professionals can share you a real-time scenario. They can share you real-time stuff. So what are the tools, how to migrate and those things. So with that word, so I would like to request our faculty, our trainer, Mr. Manzar sir, to take over the call and give the demo. Manzar sir, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Nadim. Nadim Bhai and sir. So this is Sheikh Manazer. Let me introduce about myself. I have total 15 years of experience, and I've been working in a current role is I'm a senior DevOps engineer. So in our AWS courses, if I'm not sure, I'm not able to share it the screen. Okay, anyhow, in this AWS Solution Architect Associate course, we deal. There are 2 kind of courses. Share you the details about the timings. Solution Architect Associate. Interested in AWS Solution Architect. Now the question is, who can join the AWS Solution Architect? Does anybody can able anybody everybody can learn AWS Solution Architect associate level? Yes. If it is associate, there is no hardcore requirement, but it is added advantage. But if you are interested in AWS Solution Architect, if you are from any
Excuse me, sir.
IT background. Sorry for the disturbance. In non-IT. Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Sir, voice is not clear.
Okay. One second. Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. You can continue.
Hello.
Yes,
Is
yes,
it
you are
okay for
audible.
now?
It's completely fine.
Okay.
Please proceed.
So as I was telling that I am talking. Yeah. AWS Solution Architect Associate. An AWS Solution Architect Associate is suitable for the person who is really interested in AWS, one, and secondly, who want to any domain. But this is a I can say the intermediate architect associate level. I mean, with AWS Solution Architect, you can work in a company where they need an engineer. I'm talking about engineers especially. They need an engineer with 4 to 6 years experience in cloud or maybe any domain. I mean, especially the cloud. I mean, with this course, some courses, some modules, especially where we discuss in detail, like some modules like AWS analytics specific to AWS, which is need advanced skill. Let me share my screen. Sorry. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Now what we learn AWS Solution Architect. Yeah, fine. Just sorry. What we learn in AWS Solution Architect as per the curriculum designed by AWS, we learn 80% of the things. So what do you mean by 80%? Right. So we don't discuss very few things, as I said, especially analytical things and otherwise, and as well as database. Right. There are few things which we especially go in depth, uh, like networking, migration from on-premises to cloud. So I'm sharing my screen. I think screen is disabled by the host. Anyhow, I'm just continuing with the theoretical part. I mean, audio part only. So this is about AWS Solution Architect.
Manazer sir,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. You are co-host. You can share your screen.
Okay. Now still I'm getting host disable 10 screen share. Let me try one more time. I'm getting the same thing again. Sorry. No, I am using two things simultaneously. One is laptop and as well as mobile. That's why I don't want to get interrupted. That's why I'm just connected both. I think you need to other account. Yeah, I got it. Sorry. We do not focus all the module in the detail. We
Hello.
focus very specific module in the details. I mean, I'm talking about AWS services.
Sir, your voice is breaking still now.
Yeah. Hello. I was just feeding my screen now. So everyone, yeah, I think back here. So AWS Solution Architect part, there is no primary requirement to get certified AWS Solution Architect. So the only thing from the you should be ready to learn things in advance, like advanced are dealing where I will show you our provides with networking, familiar services, but as I'm telling it is there is no hardcore rule that should be associate course. Now remember AWS Solution Architect only designed for the architect people who don't need a special coding, but only the requirement to get it to work as a solution architect. You should be familiar with almost all every services, because the most of the time you should be dealing with with the calls and presentations, and you should be in a position to, yeah, good. Okay, now for AWS DevOps professional, you should be either from operations or the developer. I mean, anybody who from the operational background, or anybody who has a background experience or a little experience, like Windows Server administration, even Linux, even the network guy can also be a DevOps engineer. So again, um, where even if you're from the developer background, like maybe you're a MySQL developer, maybe a Java developer, anyone, still AWS DevOps professional is very recommended. And that is a certification has to go through by the developer or operations. I mean, if anybody either from the server level, server operations level, or the developer, should go to the DevOps AWS DevOps engineer or professional. The thing is, in this course, I mean, AWS certified DevOps software engineer, we deal with the tools. Like what are the tools? I will show you one after another. Let me complete to the um, sorry, the course things. I'm telling, AWS Solution Architect Associate, whatever a design are defined by AWS Solution Architect Associate by Amazon, I will teach only those things in which only 80%. Like we discuss obviously fundamental storage part, high availability, elastic load balancer, Route 53. I am role obviously. We also discussed about Athena, which is Commander AWS Analytics, which is very useful if someone is from a SQL Server background, because where you can perform a lot of things with low money. I mean, you can scan 2 terabyte of data with a SQL commands, bunch of SQL commands, with $1 or $5. I don't remember exactly amount. So where you're defining a huge data, a huge amount of data, and you want to scan the data with a SQL command, the Athena is one of the best tools. We are not discussing in detail, but AWS storage extra. This is also important thing. We do detail in this part. Obviously, S3 storage. We don't discuss about container, because Container is altogether is a complete different module. So we cannot discuss, and even if we discuss, that will be just like a service. Okay, and we discuss with the AWS database and AWS monitoring. Now the question is, not everybody should know everything, but if you are, you know, you should know everything. But if you are going in the detail, like sometime, you may, the company may requirement only in database in AWS. Now, if anybody, if learn AWS SQL Server or SQLs in a week or 10 days, are they really interested in database in AWS? This is the best option. And database means other than Oracle, like MySQL, MongoDB, especially, and NoSQL database. So those are the services highly being used in AWS, because of the license and open source things. Monitoring is very important, whether you are belongs to either network category or database, or maybe you are a AWS engineer. So we discuss IAM is very important. IAM, identity access management. We discuss only, roles, especially roles, because this is very frequently used things in AWS. Whether you perform any kind of operation, like anything, without using roles, you cannot proceed, and you cannot work in AWS. So as I said, right, security we don't discuss much in detail, because this is altogether is a different module or different certification. But we'll touch this part. And networking we do the detail, and disaster recovery migration we discuss in depth. So this is AWS Solution Architect Associate. There is another module I'm sharing. Nadim bhai, can I proceed with that, right? Hello.
Yeah, hello. Nothing sir has left.
So sorry guys, I don't know how many times. Right. So in infrastructure DevOps engineer, so we decided to use AWS as our platform. This module is especially for the guys who want to, want to work or want to learn AWS DevOps engineer, or maybe even DevOps engineer. We don't do use all the tools from the provided by the AWS provide a cloud formation template, but we use Terraform. So Terraform is a infrastructure tools to design the infrastructure. So we use Terraform, and we use Ansible is like provisioning softwares. We'll discuss in details part. So what I want to tell you that we discuss three things in this course mainly: Git control version, which is very important even for the developer, whether you belongs to any category, maybe Java developer, because Git control version will save you from making a mistakes and recovering the things, especially configuration related. And if you integrate Git with CI/CD, there are many tools available. What is Jenkins? GitHub is also provide CI/CD. So what we do now, CI/CD, Terraform, and AWS code build, code commit, and Ansible. So this course will be like, we'll discuss lot of things. Are we going to discuss Git control version in depth? Yes. Like we use different branching, we use different kind of commands, which is again 1 or 2 days Git control version. What we do is, right, we integrate Git control version with AWS code commit. So AWS code commit, we define our project, like AWS project or anything. what I want to tell you that instead of GitHub, we use AWS code commit. Um, we integrate with the Git. So this is only just controlling the configuration. If somebody changing a configuration or somebody editing a configuration or deleting a configuration, there is a complete project. Many people can simultaneously work without making a mistake. So Git control version will help you to not to make a much mistake, and also work simultaneously many people on single project, and also will help you to revert the changes. Like someone made a changes, it's very easy to identify that there will be nothing hidden. So that's and also it keep every configuration like a snapshot. In another words, like a backup which is easy to revert. Now Terraform we use for infrastructure, like anything you define, anything you do in a graphical AWS, we use Terraform. Other than, to avoid the graphical things. Now that's why we use Terraform. Like someone made a mistake, someone removed anything, like any entire infrastructure, you can rebuild your infrastructure in minutes with a Terraform code, because use the same code to rebuild it. So again, this is the main purpose of using Terraform and Git control version is like, you rebuild, you protect your infrastructure from the mistakes or from any kind of things. So again, where we are going to perform on this operation, as I said, we don't use any VMware or maybe any on-premises servers, because we use AWS as our you know code commit or code build concept. Why I'm specifically talking about that, which is I felt is one of the important thing. Now the second thing, in AWS also provide infrastructure tools, but we don't use that. We call cloud formation template. The reason for that is, if the template AWS cloud formation is specific to AWS, so to avoid that, we can use Terraform, which is not only to build the infrastructure for AWS, you can use for Azure, Google, VMware, even the physical servers. So that is the reason even everybody using, and that is a popular. Whether you go to anywhere in to learn, people will try to teach you the Terraform. There are a bunch of sorry, I lost my power in the laptop, but anyhow. So hello, hello,
Uh,
yeah.
yes, you are audible.
Sorry, just 2 minutes. So as I said, that is the reason we selected Terraform, and for the configuration we selected the Ansible. Now the reason Ansible, Puppet is very hard to learn, very hard to work on that. Even I was working the Puppet from last 5 years, so recently we decided to switch to Ansible. The reason is a simple configuration management or software tool. So that's the reason we started using the Ansible, and that is getting more and more popular. So all these tools will only, the purpose is just to anything can be reverted easily, anything can be built easily, anything can be consistently maintained, anything can be cloned, or anything can be perform disaster recovery. So this is about AWS DevOps. This is not exactly AWS DevOps, it's a DevOps course. The reason I am calling for AWS DevOps is because we are using some of the AWS resources. So that's it about the course part. Anything you would like to ask, you can start asking me. Question and answer session started now.
So my name is Farhan.
Okay.
How long this course will run, and what will be the timing of the course?
Uh, Anyhow, timing we already decided, but I'm not sure about how Nadimba is running. There are two courses. One is morning AWS Solution Architect Associate. At the night time, probably, I'm not sure, but probably 9 p.m. you have the DevOps course. And it's 30 to 45 days. So 1.5 hour is a course duration every day. So we deal by project wise, the things which is needed depth we'll discuss in depth. We do very some important demonstration, especially in the core areas. So which course it's depend on you. If you are coming for AWS Solution Architect Associate, I'm just specifying again. Associate is a medium level course, intermediate level course, where you need to be, need to know almost all the services, not in depth, but you should know all the services. I mean, how the services work and how you can define the architecture. So even if you learn AWS Solution Architect Associate, you can work as an engineer, AWS engineer, yeah, maybe AWS system admin, because these things, three things like admin, engineer, solution architect, associate, I'm just specifying, is the same category. Hello.
Okay. And when are we starting? Like when this course is starting?
November 20, sorry, May 20.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, this one. Anybody?
Hello.
Do we have online classes? I mean,
Obviously, these are online classes only.
okay, that will be fine.
Yeah.
Hi.
If you want to, yeah, if you want to meet personally, we can meet in a PCF, office which is located in Mehndipatnam once a while.
Hi,
Yeah,
this
go
is
ahead.
Yeah, I'll be joining this DevOps course.
Okay,
Maybe you're saying like it will be mostly on during night hours, right? Evening hours
correct.
only.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hi, this is Rafiq here.
yeah. Hi, Rafiq. Yeah, go ahead, Rafiq.
Like, just I want to know, like, this course is for the AWS administration, and after that we are going to get for the DevOps
No,
also,
no.
or
You
like
have to
how it will be?
you have to select either one. It
Either
depend
one.
on your either one. You should depend on your interest. Like,
Like,
see, DevOps. If you are going DevOps, you should be in decided in your mind that you are going to work on, like, some part of the coding. I mean, it's not in depth, but like, 2 to 5% that you are ready to learn the things in command prompt or a coding part kind of stuff. So if you think that I'm interested and I want to make a career in DevOps, which is neither easy, neither hard as well. The only thing I am telling, you should be ready to learn coding 1%. I mean, like, you should able to use these tools. Even if you ask me to write a code, Sheikh, if I give me paper to write an infrastructure code for AWS DevOps for Terraform, I can write a code, but I will make bunch of mistakes. But now the thing is, tools are there, everything,
actually,
configurations are available on the internet. Now, now these days, very easy to get the documentation. You get the download the module, you make your changes, but only thing you should know how to make your changes.
yeah, for that, what I want to ask you is that, like, first I need to learn the administration part so that I can get some knowledge on that front, and then I can move for the coding DevOps in that way.
I
What do you
think that is
suggest? Like,
that's preferably, yes, administration. Yeah, that's you should be, have some basic idea, which you can learn from anywhere. When you can join, so I'm not sure whether you can join both the courses, but 10 to 15 days skill is required. I mean, you should know the basic idea, but that is not again compulsory. If you are AWS, if you join in AWS DevOps, but you should spend extra time with yourself to understand the things in more detail. Like, I teach the coding part, but as well as show the graphics. But if somebody learning those courses and practicing in 1 hour, the DevOps engineer who is from the zero background should spend 2 hours. That's the only thing, bro.
okay. Why I'm asking is that, like, so that if you have some knowledge on the administration part also, which can help us into the coding part also, that's what in that way
No,
I'm
no,
thinking.
you are from even any admin, even Windows, Linux admin, even if you are network, even developer, that is all suitable this course. But if you are from developer, go for DevOps. If you are admin, you can jump either architect or DevOps. But again, I am teaching the tools which is frequently used. by the companies.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, Mr. Siraj here.
Hi, Siraj.
Yeah, actually, I just want to know the thing is what now I just learned as a AWS from nothing only. So when I just go with the interview, they're asking some other like a DevOps or Python. So actually, I'm not from technically background from the computer only. So is that compulsory to learn languages anything like a DevOps or anything?
I don't think I understand completely because of a lot of noise from your background. But as I said, if you have wanted to work for as a DevOps engineer for 3 to 4 years or 3 plus years, 3 to 4 or 5 years, you don't need any coding skill. But if you working as senior 5 plus years, you may need, and again depend to, but 40% you may need 40% times. I'm letting if you are applying on 100 companies, and 40 times you may need Python, but that too only for experienced DevOps engineer. If you are starting as a career, I don't recommend to go for Python, because you are trying to mix and match both the thing at a time, which is like make a lot of conflicts in your mind, and that's never end.
Yeah, noted. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Depend. Hello, anybody? Any question?
So every day this course will be like 1 hour or 2 hour duration?
One
Like
and a half hour. 1.5 hour.
1.5 hours. So during like for doing the practice sort of things, like we will be doing it anyways on the online itself, no? Like by
No, it's online course, bro.
online course. Okay.
Yeah. If you are want to spend with a trainer, I can come maybe I'm not sure. Saturday, Sunday to the PSF office, but that is I'm not sure. But mostly it's online course.
Okay.
Yeah, what will be the timing, Manju sir?
Sorry.
What will be the timing?
Morning 8 a.m. For AWS Solution Architect Associate, and night 9 p.m. for a DevOps.
Okay, okay.
Morning 8 a.m. 8 a.m. for as AWS, right?
AWS Solution Architect Associate, correct.
I just want to ask one more thing. For the labs, is there any facility in the PSF office and on Saturday, Sunday, as you mentioned? Is there any lab facility available for DevOps labs?
Bro, do you have a computer in your home? Any laptop, computer, anything?
As of now, no.
In that case, I think you may need to come and office and connect, but I cannot comment on that part. You can check with Nadim. Nadim, right? Nadim sir?
Yes.
Nadim and Shahid coordinator, you can check with them, because there might be a lab there. You can go and utilize every day, but you have to go like a student.
I understand. So I mean, like, are there any lab scenarios available so that we can work on them?
Obviously, we'll have lab scenarios. There is we'll do everything in the lab, 70% lab and 30% theoretical.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Scenarios. Now the question is, do we need to worry about scenarios? No. Why do we need to worry about the scenarios? Because AWS got popularity. Everybody learned it well. Everybody start using it. So this is like, you don't need to worry about the labs. You get everywhere the lab and lab scenarios. Anyhow, I'm going to teach in the during class time, but also you will get a lot of lab scenario outside books. So there are plenty of documentation and plenty of things available. So don't worry about that.
One more thing, like once we
Thank
complete this course, do we get any support from our side, from the PSF side, like for getting into for looking out for the job into this?
So I mean, it's depend. Anyhow, last year Nadim Bhai was shared for fresher AWS job requirement. So I don't have that information now. But so what is you have any background experience, or you are a gap in your education? It's all depend, bro. If you have gap in your education, I recommend that you keep 4 or 5 years as an experienced guy and try the job. That's very easy because for 4 years or 3 years, if you keep as experience, people do not expect a lot of thing that still people treat as a freshers.
Yeah, that I understand. Like here, what I'm trying to say, like once we get to know, like initial sort of push, like once we complete this course, then if we get to know like some of the things,
No,
like
if
way
you
to
see,
approach.
there are two things here. If you're really interested, I can help you to create a profile. Can help you to create a resume. I can help you for every interview. If you have gone through interview and you face these things, sir, this is not clear, we'll discuss in that way. I suggest you have to try for 1 month or 2 months interviews, and third month you will be in a shape, or you will be in a position, you will answer your interview question and can get a job. Depend on you, bro.
Okay. Thanks for guiding in that way.
Still, how much your background, how much your gap, that you should utilize it. Don't think that you have a lot of gap, but you have to spend time, 2 hours time in a day. You have to spend like initially like class will be class. Other than class, you have to spend maybe 1.5 or 2 months for uh, 1 month for your lab, and start applying outside. So do not worry about your background or your any gap such thing, because everybody have that uh, you know gaps and background, even myself. But I utilize that, you can be utilize it. Only thing, as time passes, you will understand how the things are outside, and then you can get a job. I will be available at a daytime. So whether you join this course or you don't, you still I will guide you for anything, but only in daytime. Hello.
Mr.
Any,
Manzar,
yeah.
Mohsin here. Again, back to you.
Hmm.
Currently, I'm working for GoDaddy. I'm troubleshooting the issues of the customer and dealing with the domains,
Yeah, yeah.
Linux platform,
Mhm.
Windows and all. So, which would be the appropriate course for me? You have mentioned two courses.
Actually, if you are because I know GoDaddy primarily deal with. If I'm not wrong, you must have deal with the DNS,
Correct,
DNS related queries. Maybe bind. If you are talking about Linux bind, maybe you are using tools or maybe
correct, correct.
something. But you are partially networking side. I mean, what I
Okay, okay,
mean is, if you go solution architect, that is not sufficient for you.
okay,
There is a module Route 53 which is in depth in detail. Like we call Route 53 is nothing but a port 53, a DNS port. So we call
okay.
Route 53 in AWS. So you should combine both the things. What I mean is, I mean, if you want to pursue your career in DNS especially, so you should be either anyone background, AWS Solution Architect Associate or AWS Administrator, but you don't may not need a DevOps, but you should be either anyone background like an admin,
Okay.
architect, but
Mhm.
you should also include there is a special code AWS networking specialty course, but that is not completely required. In another words, you should spend your more time in networking, in which one of the module is Route 53. So,
Understood.
in
Okay.
another words,
Mhm.
AWS Solution Architect plus some advanced part of the networking plus some advanced part in depth of Route 53. Three
Uh,
combination.
I got it. So
Which
initially I can start with DevOps, right?
not DevOps, associate architect, associate.
Okay, associate. So morning 8, I need to join, I guess, from
Yeah,
20th.
correct.
Thank you, manager. Thank you
No
very
problem.
much.
Yeah,
Jazakallah.
sure. Anybody has any question?
Nobody has any.
No question. Okay. If you have any questions like timing, date, anything, you can reach Nadeem Bhai and as well as Shahid. You might have their numbers. Of course, you can reach me, but that's all together. Initially, you reach these guys, so they will coordinate anything related to you. If any guidance or any questions you are in your mind, you can reach them via. I will help them if you have any background. Like, but I suggest those who don't have IT background have to spend obviously double time. I mean, somebody is trying 1 hour, you should spend 2 hours. So with that, you can go in a position like where you are 4 years experience. If you have the gap, like non-IT gap, if you are more than 4 years gap, that is 4 than 5 years maximum, we can go 8 years gap. If you are more than 8 years gap, it's very difficult to fill that gap, but still everything is possible up to depend on the candidate. Nadeem bhai, I am done. I think nobody has any questions. I mean,
Okay.
nobody has no further question. You can continue from here.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions, any doubt, you can ask me. Hello.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Nadeem. And I guess we don't have any doubts. So we'll be starting from 20th May, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
Okay,
Yeah,
no issues, no issues.
Yeah, initially 1 or 2 day, maybe just theoretical class, but will officially we are going to start from 20th May morning, 8
8
a.m. for
a.m.
AWS Solution Architect Associate and 9 p.m. DevOps Engineer.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks. I think we are done. Nadeem, you there?
Nadeem sir is not here, but
Okay.
I am here.
You can, yeah, Shahid, you can proceed and complete this one.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Rest questions you can directly contact us given number. Okay. So okay, sir.
Yeah.
Now let's
Okay.
take the session.
Right. Yeah. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. And I believe we will be notified on the groups, right? WhatsApp.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you very much for arranging this, the helpful session. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
No,